Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, I've got some news. I've got some news. It's No Man's Sky. Voyagers is the new update. Now, I did not see this. I did not see this on the radar. From the old wave emoji, I honestly thought it was the Void Mother coming into fruition. But you know, when you wish somebody off on a voyage, it's Bon Voyage! And yeah, so actually it was saying goodbye, I guess. Voyagers! Yeah, someone going off on a voyage. Now I think Hello Games have gone off on a bit of a voyage themselves with this one, because this looks very Starfield-esque, doesn't it? Now I know that they bumped shoulder to shoulder Sean and Todd Howard at the old Game Awards, and they seem to be quite chummy with things. I don't know how they're going to be after this. Because this is the Starfield update, people. This is the Starfield update. That's basically what this is. What I enjoyed the most about Starfield was building your own custom starship and flying off, you know? Doesn't even have multiplayer Starfield. This, No Man's Sky does. Although you could take NPC characters on board in Starfield, you can take your own friends. Multiplayer. Hello Games have worked a freaking miracle with this. I didn't think they'd implement Corvette-style ships in No Man's Sky because of how hard it would be. But anyway, this is very NASA punk. Starfield is very NASA punk. If you don't see the similarities, you don't see the similarities. I do. So sorry if I've drawn that connotation, but that's what I'm seeing with this one. Voyagers! And it is version 6.0. This is what I would say is a big update when it comes to undertaking in the background, because of the amount of integration you're going to need to do with all the different systems. How do they get into the station? How do they get into the anomaly? How do they get on the freighter? Hello Games has built their game around singular ships. I did not see this happening. I really didn't. I thought this would be something in like No Man's Sky 2 or something, because I would have thought it would have been easier to build the ground up from the game rather than try to implement something like this. But anyway, we have a trailer to watch. Now, I've learned from reading previous patch notes, you're probably best just to play and watch the trailer, because it shows you everything that's in the actual patch notes anyways. Let's watch the trailer, shall we?
This is for the explorers, the wanderers, where others see darkness.
Oh, look at that ship!
They see stories to be told.
That's very Red Dwarf, that one.
Worlds waiting to be found. They expand our horizons.
Look at that.
They reach farther.
Oh, just drifting in mountain
They go
space,
first.
willy-nilly.
While others sleep,
Nice planet.
they dream.
Oh, yeah! Sweet! This looks epically cool. It really does look awesome! I know that this bit of music's copyrighted, so I'm screaming my freaking lungs off. Yeah, lovely jubbly. Yeah, all I could do is just turn it down a tad, couldn't I? This is freaking great. Bring it on! No Man's Sky Voyagers. Heck yes. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so we've got that trailer. It looks like you can just launch yourself out the back end of a ship through an airlock or something. Very cool. All right, well, let's this is a Sean Murray deep dive. Right, let's just make sure the volume is up on this one. I've got a little bit of my own music in the background to sort of like, hopefully.
What if you could build your own ship? If you could get up and walk around mid-flight,
Yeah,
build a crew of friends and adventure together.
very NASA punk.
Your ship is maybe the most important character in No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
It's so central to the game that now when we change it, everything in the game feels completely different. The ships have real interiors, med bays, sleeping quarters, war rooms, radars, teleporters. It changes how you play. And then there are these moments, just looking out of the window, the universe flying by, and it's changing how the game feels too. Building your own ship decorating it with friends, your own space that you share together, everyone with their own roles. It feels really special. Building a spaceship, it's really different to building a base in No Man's Sky. You can show it off in the space anomaly, you play in it with friends, it's with you on every planet, every adventure, it's your home. This has been one of the biggest undertakings for our little team. Every area of the game has to be reworked in some way. Having your multiplayer crew walking around, just calmly editing your ship as it travels at warp speeds towards a planet. It's actually pretty insane what's going on behind the scenes to make all of that work.
That's what I was thinking.
And then on our other game, Light No Fire, you have these real oceans to navigate. We need boats and crews, and this tech is being developed for both games.
Okay.
Voyagers is version 6.0. It's a big milestone, honestly one of our biggest updates. What I love is that it opens up a whole new path for the future. We can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Wow! I thought they were going to give us some more Light No Fire footage then. Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain. Heck yeah. Why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much. They didn't, but what they did allude to, what they alluded to, is that we're going to have customizable ships for traversing the oceans in Light No Fire that uses this technology. So we might be able to make our own galleon type ships, is what I'm assuming. That sounds freaking ace to me. That sounds pretty darn freaking lovely, in fact. Yeah, so everything that you just saw in the trailer is then just echoed into these patch notes. So rather than me read it, I may as well have just played you that trailer, you know? But it does look spectacular. So I'm not expecting to see anything inside these patch notes that wasn't actually mentioned above, apart from how do we get ourselves new technologies, you know? How do we get all of these parts unlocked decoded? Oh, what a lovely image that is. Oh, photos of our ships are going to never be as cool as they are now, are they? I mean, this is freaking epic. I love the fact that there's autopilot to take you seamlessly around. Oh, look at that shot. Isn't that gorgeous? I like all this digital backpack sort of readout. I did notice in that footage there was somebody running around without a backpack or a cape on. So I don't think they managed to get capes in multiplayer. Something I'm going to have to test on the old Friday. But all of these different aesthetics, there's three new aesthetic, well, there's three aesthetics for these ships. And this looks quite cool as well. And so this wasn't mentioned in the video. There's now assignment for all different buttons on all different platforms. So you can keybind. A lot more new key bindings, people inside the viewerverse. Pretty darn lovely. Transport your friends. There's pretty much everything we saw in the video. I'm just going to keep scrolling until I get to the point of getting unique parts. I mean, this is just unique sculpting of parts, but it doesn't tell you where you actually get them as yet. Oh, the new graphics technology. I honestly do think that they've implemented some new graphics technology before this anyway. I did show off one of my bases that uses the metal alloys. And when it's raining, you can actually see the reflections of all the landscape in the metal alloys. Pretty darn freaking crazy stuff. Yeah, I showed it off on one of my live streams the other day. But yeah, there's a lot to be had here. That's a freaking cool ship. I can't wait to make my own ships. I've already made 2 ships already. And I want to make more. I'm freaking addicted to creating these ships. I'm just hoping that Hello Games just keeps adding in new parts for these ships. Like every expedition here on in, new ship parts. It'd be cool if we can build an organic one, you know? And have an organic interiors, like living organic areas. And maybe have some of these elements that are cross, like organic and metallic. So you can make a hybrid type ship. That's where I see this going in the future as well. Well, considering we've got living ships and living frigates, it's not that much of a jump, is it, in imagination? But yeah, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be like a flying base, isn't it? You're showing off all your interior basey type stuff while doing your multiplayer-y type things. It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It is very, very cool. Oh, I like this little table. It looks like the holodeck table from Star Wars. Totally ripped that off. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Wow. Look at those trails. They're epic. Oh, that's just a cool image on its own, isn't it? That's gorgeous. That's almost like a desktop picture, that. Okay, multi-crew missions radar. Now, we used to be able to hit up mission crew missions from our actual freighters. It's nice to see that they've added this into our Corvettes. Heck yes. Love it. Brilliant. Liking that. Sweet. That makes multi... Oh, yeah, this is the sort of thing I was thinking of. When you go into the spatial anomaly and you want to run the weekend mission, sometimes there could be somebody standing there holding that mission open and you and your crew can't do it. So I'm hoping that on a Friday this populates with a new mission. That'd be pretty darn sweet, wouldn't it? The Skyborne exosuit. No, they didn't call it the Skyborne. You know, Starfield, it's called Starborn, all right? The Starborn. They've gone Skyborne. Brilliant. Not only have they completely lifted and shifted the whole idea of custom shipbuilding, they've just gone and given them a complete freaking ha-ha, in my opinion, with that. Skyborne exosuit. Okay, cool. I think you might need a legal team, Hello Games. But then again, you did it kind of with like Mandalorian-y type, Star Wars-y type stuff. I mean, we've got that Darth Vader freaking helmet. Let's face it. I mean, that looks like a Sith helmet if there ever was one. Brilliant. I freaking love that. I really like that. I like that this looks like Nada's head a little as well. Very cool. I might rock around in that for a little while. I might give that one a spin. I like that you've used red, white and black. It's definitely my logo colours and it looks freaking ravishing, doesn't it? It's very NASA punk. Very NASA punk. Expand and extend your build. A selection of hull connectors. Okay, this is just like customization bits that you can just stick on. All right, fine, yeah. So you can make yours look very, very... Okay, gotcha. You can just make it look very cool. Yeah, that looks pretty darn sweet. I like that the cockpit's there and you've got all this additional stuff at the front. That is quite sweet, actually. I mean, the cockpits, I always weld them at the front, but setting it back a bit, it's a nice idea. Mecha Mouse Companion. Oh, that's so cute, isn't it? That's a really cute little pet. Is that? I think you get that from doing the expedition. Yes, the Corvette expedition. So we know that the expedition is going to be called Corvette. If you go to the actual Quicksilver agent, it shows all this sort of stuff as well. So I'm not going to say this is overly spoilery or anything like that. But yeah, brilliant. That's really, really cool. I might name mine after the robot in Starfield. What was his name? Vostok or something weird, wasn't it? Yeah, he had a name, a little bit sounding Russian-y type name, I don't know. But yeah, very cool. Let's head on down here. Before and after. Okay, before, after. Oh yeah. Oh, look at it. There's a couple of reflections in the old glass and that. Very awesome. Okay, cool. It's nice that they've increased lighting effects and done all that sort of shaz. I've made a ship that looks a little bit like this. Yeah, I think part of my cockpit isn't there. It's right down at the front. But I'm liking the idea of setting the cockpit further back. Might have to make another ship now. You're going to see this. You're going to see this. Tailor the stats and maneuverability of Corvette by installing functional Corvette modules. Many modules, including reactors, engines, shield generators, and more, are associated with powerful tech upgrades, and larger, heavier ships will handle differently from stellar, lighter builds. Well, what I noticed when I was building my ship, the more things that you put on it, like decoration, or the things that I thought were decoration, are actually tech. And then when you look at your modules for installing all your modules for tech, it was all full with similar sort of modules. You've got to be really careful with what you choose. Not all of them are just for aesthetics. Some of them are technological. So I made that bit of a mistake on one of my builds. So I'm going to have to adjust that. So yeah, I will be doing another video soon on technical building of ships. At the moment, I've just done a basic guide to building ships and how you build ships and how you find parts. That's all I've done thus far. Look at this with all this wiring and ducting. when I was looking at different interiors, I don't think I come across this one. I haven't played with all parts, obviously, as yet, but I love that. I definitely want to have a ship that looks like that inside. Yeah, I've already installed a couple of these planter bays. You only get like 2 plants per bay, so, and they take up a whole portion of your wall. It seems a little bit overkill, yeah. But then again, you know, you get to take your nip with you. Yeah, nice if you want to partake. Right, here we go. Salvage for modules. Excavate Corvette modules from salvage containers. So you know there's some planet with ancient bones. There's other planets that have had salvage containers, and they've been there for freaking eons. You dig up the salvage containers and you get your bits out of them. But although that they're worth units, right now they've not really been worth digging up or selling, because the bones you get more for them, or going to relic sites and digging up treasure you get more for that as well. This makes sense. Adding in the parts inside of salvage containers. People are now going to be going to salvage planets a heck of a lot more often. Inside of my video that I just mentioned, I give coordinates to my own planet that's got my settlement on there, and also I've been digging up some salvage containers. They're rather sparsely spread though. I could do with a better planet. But anyway, hunt for your perfect set of modules, or simply gather as much as you can to carry and trade modules at the Corvette workshop, because that's another thing. If you do get a load of duds that you don't really like, there is the ability to trade them for maybe some better modules up at the actual Corvette build station. Now, I don't know how many that there are of these parts. Hello Game says that there's 100 or so on the splash screen that comes up at the start, so I'm hoping it's something that they expand on. I hope they add more in as time goes on. I mean, here we go. Deadeye Cannon Upgrade. This unique Corvette Ordnance module is available as an exclusive reward from the Corvette Expedition. Featuring a single rifle barrel, this weapon is engineered for precision in deep space combat. So this one you're only getting inside of the expedition, and it's a functional item as well. So I am hoping that Hello Games follow suit with that and think about adding in new Corvette items pretty much all the time. This is a thing that is just for PlayStation only, and it's for spatial super resolution. So in the PlayStation VR, wherever your eyes look now, there's foveate rendering. It's going to render where you're looking first and foremost, and your peripheral view is going to be not so high detailed. But then when you shift your focus, it's going to then go to super resolution. It's not the easiest thing to explain, and it's not the easiest thing I'd imagine to program. And over on the Twitterverse, Martin, who works over at Hello Games, says that he's been working on and off for the last year to get this to work. So it must have been a great undertaking. Talking of which, let me just jump on over to Twitter quickly. Okay, chum, so I highly recommend popping over here and following Martin Griffiths. He's one of the lead engine programmers or whatever. He looks after like visual type stuff. I actually don't know whether he's the lead, but I just saw it just there and it popped into my head. Yeah. Anyway, scrolling down, he actually mentioned here something that I've been working on and off for more than a year, made into No Man's Sky Voyagers, working closely with Sony. Oh, that's cool, isn't it? To achieve the mind-boggling feat of PlayStation spatial super resolution applied to eye tracking, foveate rendering in our game. Heck yes! Well done, Martin. I mean, I haven't seen it in action. But if you play it on PlayStation VR 2, let me know. Is it revolutionised VR for you? But this is what I wanted to show you people over here. So here we go. After our Switch 2 release, I forgot to post an update of our fun list of the platform combination kicks. Yeah, that's you like making up words as well, I guess. But anyway, let's scroll on down here. Look at all this. Look at all the different platforms Hello Games has to push this out on now. So you know what? If there are any sort of like little mini bugs and little mini hang-ups, I think that can be slightly forgiven, can't it? I mean, when you had something like Beacons, which pretty much broke every element, I mean, virtually every element of Beacons was broken, so it's hard to actually give you a round of applause on that. But when you look at this list, it does make it think, oh my God, that must be a freaking headache and a half. Headache and a half. Anyway, back on over to the old patch notes over here, and trading of Corvette modules. I'm going to keep saying Corvax. Yeah, Corvette. I'm going to have to get that into my lexicon of words. Corvette. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to say it again. But yeah, a little bit like how we could exchange bones with the fossil trader, you can now exchange Corvette modules. Yes. For other Corvette modules. Yes! Brilliante! Oh, look at that. Photo mode and taking pictures of my ship is now going to be a new thing that I'm doing, I think, people. Yes, adorn and decorate your hull. Yes, you can decorate your exterior, but also your interior. You can really make something very custom, interior and exterior. I mean, this is a base builder's dream. This is an explorer's dream. I mean, I don't know whether I'm going to be building many bases on planets now. Now that you've got a mobile base inside of your freighter, a mobile base inside of your Corvette, I don't know. Am I going to be building as many planet-driven bases? Probably not. Am I going to be asking people in the community to land their Corvette so I can tour their interiors and look around their ships and maybe do Corvette rating videos? Yes, I am. Oh my days. This is pretty darn freaking impressive stuff, people. So although I didn't read the patch notes, hopefully this has been an interesting take on this whole new Corvettes update. Yeah, I'm saying Corvettes without fail now, people, and getting it about right. This I've got to try. I'm going to be trying this on Friday with the lads, I think. Rather than actually land on the actual mission planet, I'll be like, right, let's all just jump out the back and let's go to separate locations. Which you kind of would want to do, isn't it? So I'm already feeling uses for this new update. What about you guys inside of the actual patch notes and inside the trailers? What's tickled your fancy? What can't you wait to do? What's your favourite thing about this update? Sound them in the comments, and until next time, people. Wow. Wow is all I can say, peeps. Wow. I mean, there you go. I'm making my thumbnail. That's my thumbnail for my last video. Go hit it up. It should be live now, people inside the viewerverse. Oh my days. Video rendering. That's what I was trying to get to. I was trying to get to a lovely background to end off on. But there we are, peeps. There we are. Until next time. Oh, there's just so much to keep us busy. Oh, that's a nice one. Cheery bye. Goodbye, goodbye. And goodbye again.